Hello and welcome to Barre. I am your instructor today, Amy. If you've been to Barre before, welcome. I'm glad you're joining me. And if this is your first time for Barre class, I just want to give you a couple of things that you'll want to have prepared around you to make your class successful. First off, typically we do Barre barefoot. You have a little bit more control, a little bit more balance. And then we also will generally work out on a mat, nice smooth surface. Make sure that you're going to have a little bit of grip and not be slipping on maybe tile or hardwood, anything like that. You want to have a chair, a countertop, something along those lines nearby. We're going to use it as a support and in lieu of our bar. And then you'll also want a light set of weights. I'm using 3 pounds today. I would say keep it around there and no more than 5 pounds. With bar, we're going to use light weights, do a lot of reps, and there'll be a lot of repetition as well through sets. So we will work our muscles that way rather than using those heavy weights. To give us a successful class, we're also going to want to start off with a warm-up. So let's start at the top of our mat. Feet are going to be in parallel. Tuck the pelvis, pull the belly button in. We're going to take a deep breath in, reaching those hands up, and as you exhale out, I want you to hinge at the waist and reach down. Making a nice sweeping roll out vertebrae over vertebrae. Inhale, exhale, sweep down. Warming up through those breaths. Inhale, exhale, sweep down. And hold here and touch your toes for a second. Warming up. You can rock back and forth on those feet to give yourself a little bit of a stretch. One more second. Roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. And we're going to start warming up our inner abs. Feet are going to come a little wider than parallel. And then we're going to put one hand on the belly, one hand on the lower back. I want you to practice for just a few breaths, taking in that nice, deep, strong breath that makes your belly go in and out, rather than raising your chest. We want to focus on using our breath to go deep into our abdominals. Good. Hands still on the belly, one hand on the low back. I want you to tuck that pelvis as well as extend, starting to warm up. Throughout the class, I'll remind you to keep that pelvis tucked, that belly button pulled in as though there were a string pulling you through the back and to the back of the room, and to keep a slight bend in your knees so that you are protected, engaged, and ready to go. Our next warm-up, we're going to start off feet a little bit wider than second position. We're going to go for an invisible box lift. Toes and knees are tracking to the corner of the room. Pelvis is tucked, belly button is pulled in, and we're going to use our legs to squat down and grab that imaginary box and put it on the first shelf. Imaginary box and top shelf. As you're going through this motion, I want you to think of it as a vertical motion. You are trapped between 2 panes of glass. You cannot hinge forward on this lift. Your chest is staying high. Good. Go for 4 more. Warming up through the backs of those legs. Warming up through those arms. Down and up. Keep those hands high. Knees still have that slight bend. Pelvis is tucked. I want you to hinge just a little bit to the right. Keeping from collapsing that right side of your body, this arm is going to continue to stretch and reach. Inhale back to center. Exhale, stretch to the left. Good. Reaching through that upper arm, keeping that body extended and in that flat plane, pelvis tucked. Inhale into the center. All right, let's roll those shoulders down, and we're going to make our way to behind the chair to warm up those glutes and work those legs for some arabesques. So standing behind your chair, hands are going to rest gently here. We're not using our chair to support ourselves. It's just here for balance. We're going to make sure that most of our balance comes and most of our support comes from in our core. Feet are going to be in parallel, hips distance apart. Pelvis is going to tuck, belly button is going to be pulled in, and I want you to take one leg, right or left, and you're going to take that toe and go straight back. Hips do not open up to the side, hips stay parallel. Knee is tracking forward, we're not opening up and turned, and toe is pointed. We're going to give ourselves a gentle lift here, for a small arabesque for 16 counts. Go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, good, 7, and 8. Hips are level. Our pelvis is tucked. We're going to breathe through that motion. 3, 2, hold high on this last one. I want you to flex that foot now. And we're going to give ourselves a little hamstring curl extension, working that glute and that hamstring for 16. 2, 3, kick that booty. 4. Hips are staying level. Be careful that you aren't pushing one hip out to the side. There should be a straight line from that hip down to that ankle. 2, 1 on this last one. Hold close. We're going to keep that extension. We're going to make sure our hips are directly above the knees. Hip is directly above the knee. Straight line. Tuck that pelvis, and we're going to pull in for 1. Tiny little pinch. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Gently release. Whew. Hamstrings are burning. Your hip has been doing some work over here. So let's take 3 seconds and give ourselves a couple of hip circles. Gently relax. Keep those knees slightly bent. Try not to lock them out. Good. What we do on the right, we repeat on the left. So you can switch sides, back behind the chair, feet in parallel. Tuck that pelvis, pull that belly button in, and right leg comes straight behind. Knee is tracking forward, toe is pointed, and we're going to lift up for 16. 1, 2, 3. If you want to add in some extra balance on these, you can always lift those arms up. But I want you to make sure those hips are staying parallel with each other, making that equal sign out of the chair and your hips. 3, 2, 1. Hold high on this last one. Flex that foot. We're going to go for 16 hamstring curls. 2, 3, 4. Good. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Keep going. 4, 3, 2. Hold here. Take stock as you have that hamstring engaged. Make sure those hips are parallel with each other. You've got a slight bend in that knee. You're not letting your hip pop out to the side. You're keeping it in alignment. And we're going to kick our booties just tiny little pulse for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release. Whew. Hamstrings are burning, so let's give ourselves a slight bend through the knees. Circle out those hips. Let's take that right leg and give yourself a stretch by putting the left ankle across that right thigh. We're going to go for a little standing figure 4 in a chair pose. We're going to bend on this leg, but as we go into that post, we're not letting our hip go to the side. We're keeping a nice straight line from hip down the body. Good. Gently stretch. As you straighten out the leg, uncross, and let's go for the opposite side. Ankle on the thigh, never on that knee joint, and sit it down into a chair. Good. And gently stand up. We're going to make our way onto the mat. Feet in first position. Heels are together. Knees should not be touching. There should always be a slight gap, slight bend between those knees. We're not locking them out or hyperextending. Pelvis is tucked, belly button's pulled in. And our series, we're going to go for 8 each side, is going to be elevate in center, tendu out to a wide plie. Knees are going to be tracking towards the corner of the room. We're going to plie down, up, back to center, elevate, down, go wide opposite direction, plie, and back to center. We're going to go for 16, 8 each side. If you'd like, you can put your chair in front of you for support and something to rest on. But if you also can feel free to just go straight center. Okay? Tuck that pelvis. Find that slight bend between your knees, heels together. And we're gonna lift for 1. And out. Good. Down. And up. 2. Lift. Tendu. Plie. Good. Elevate. Tendu. Plie. I hope I'm saying those right. Out. And down. Good. And up. Step out. And down. Drag in. Up. Step out. And down. Drag in. Good. Up. Step out. And down. All right. 3 left. Out. And down. And in. Here we go. Last 2. Step out. Plie down. Drag in. Last one. Plie. And back to center. All right. From this center first position, I want you to take those elevates straight up for 16. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Heels stay close. Slight bend in the knees. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold high here in this first position. Tuck that pelvis, bend those knees. We're going to do a little tiny 2-inch movement up and down for 16. Here we go. Butterfly those feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently come down. Whew. Working those calves. We're going to step out this time into a second position. Slight bend in the knees. Be sure not to lock them out. Tuck the pelvis. Pull that belly button in. 16 elevate, 16 butterflies. Hands can rest on your chair. They can go on your hips. They can go in prayer. Wherever you feel comfortable. And here we go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. 7, 8. Keep going. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold high on this last one. Find that balance. Tuck that pelvis. Pinch those glutes together. And we're going to do a tiny 2-inch float for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop. Very good. Heel toe back in. Calves are going to be burning, so you can find a wall, the back of your chair, whatever works. And let's give a little stretch to that calf. Giving your leg a break before we move into round 2. So round 2, we're going to go through that whole leg series again. Arabesques, 16. Hamstring curls, 16. Pulses, 16. And then back into plie and elevate series. And then 16 plie and plie pulse, or no, sorry, elevate and elevate pulse in first and second position. All right, so find your way behind your chair. Hips are in parallel, feet are in parallel, hips are nice and level with each other. Tuck the pelvis, pull in the belly button. Right leg is going to come back, and we're going to lift up for 16. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, good, and 8. Keep going. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold high, flex the foot. Time to kick the booty. Watch those hips. We're not opening to the side. We're keeping them even with each other. That slight bend in the standing leg, and try not to jump that hip out. Keep yourself level for 1, 2. Sorry, I got a lot of reminders. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold tight. Tiny pulse for 16. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release. Let's take it to the opposite side. Left leg working. Find yourself in parallel. Bring that toe back. Here we go for 1, 2, 3. Hips are level. 4. Keep that slight bend in your standing leg. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold high, flex the foot. Here come those hamstring curls. 1, 2, 3, 4, good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold on that last one. A little pulse for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, keep going, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, gently release. Whew. Hopefully your legs are burning, same as mine. We're gonna push that chair aside, and we're going back to our elevate to plie series. So find yourself center of the mat, heels together, keep that slight bend between your knees. We don't want them to touch. Tuck that pelvis, pull that belly button in, and we're moving up for 1. Tendu out, plie, and back in. Here we go, and 2. Tendu out, plie, back in. 3. Down and in. Up, out, down, and in. Good. Up, out, down, and in. Up, out, down, and in. On this set, I want you to pay attention to what's going on with your core. Is your pelvis tucked? Is your belly button pulled in? Or are you letting that low back sway? Also, keep those knees from smacking together when you come to the middle. Nice and gentle. Last 4. Down, out, and in. 3. Plie, out, and in. 4. Plie, and up. There we go. Out and in. Staying right in that first position. We're going to keep that heart rate up. Roll those shoulders down. Tuck that pelvis. Pull that belly button in. And we're going to elevate up for 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Keep going. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold high. Tiny little pulse for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the heels down. Step those feet wide. Last set. Calves are going to be burning tomorrow. Toes are pointing to the corner of the room. Still that slight bend in the knee. Tuck the pelvis. If you'd like, you can lift those arms right above the head, keeping that neck long, those shoulders locked down instead of elbows hugging your ears. Lift up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently drop. Oh, keep those heels up. We're going to go for 16 pulses. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tiny movement. 8, 7. Pinch those glutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop. Very good. Get yourself a sip of water. Stretch out those calves. And we're going to take a second and find our weights. All right. We may have a little bit more time for legs later. We're going to move on to arms right now, though, and give those legs a break for just a few minutes. So we're going to start off working our biceps, and then we're going to do a little Arnold press with an overhead rotation. So for biceps, we're just going to be holding those weights gently in our hands. We're going to go for a standard bicep curl, and then we're going to go for a wide hammer curl. When working your arms, it's important to remember to keep that bicep in a working range of motion the entire time. Because we're doing light weights and high reps, we're not going to pause in between each. We're going to keep that bicep smoothly flowing in a working range of motion. Arm is never fully straight at the bottom, letting it rest. We don't touch or rest at our shoulders at the top. We're stopping just short of both of those so that the muscle is constantly working. All right. Shoulders are going to roll up, back, and down so that you have a nice long neck. Shoulders are low. Elbows are gonna stay glued into the side of your body. We don't have chicken wings. We have biceps we wanna work on. All right, so let's go for those curls for 16. And 2. Good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, I want you to stop at that 90 degrees. Elbows are bent, and we're gonna serve the platter from elbow height up to shoulder height. Still working those biceps for 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Keep breathing. Let's 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch those weights to a hammer curl. Palms will be facing each other. Arms are going to come out towards the side of the room. Elbows still staying glued. Shoulders dropping low. Feet are in parallel or however you're comfortable, but keep a slight bend in those knees. And as always, tuck that pelvis, engage through the abs. We're going to go for 16 wide hammer curls. Like you're trying to paint wings on yourself. Keep those elbows in, those shoulders dropped. Good. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Stop at that 90 degrees. Hands are facing, or palms are facing forward. We're going to serve the platter from 90 up to shoulder height for 1, 2. Stretching those wings. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make sure you're controlling your breath, keeping that pelvis tucked. 3, 2, 1. Very good. All right, and what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do a little add-on series. So we're gonna go back to those arabesques. Repeat the arabesques 1 time through, so 16 each side. And then we're gonna go 1 time through on the eleve plie series, again for the heel raises, and then again starting over on the arms. So we're working our way up this pyramid, and then last set that we're gonna do is through all of those things again, and then adding in some tricep work. All right, so drop your weights, make your way behind your chair. You know the drill this time, so we're gonna go straight to it and keep ourselves working at a nice fast pace. Feet in parallel. Hands gently resting. Tuck that pelvis. Take that right foot back with the knee facing forward and lift for 1, 2. Good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Hold here. Flex the foot. Oh, no, 16. Sorry. 7, 6. Whoops. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now hold, flex the foot, kick the booty for 16. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold close, kick the booty for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 7. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop that foot. Switch right into the left foot. No rest for the weary. Feet are at hips distance apart. Tap that pelvis. Time you back for 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. 5, 6, 7. In 5, 4, 3, 2, bend that knee, flex that foot, 16 hamstring curls for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My legs are screaming. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold close, 16 little pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently let it rest. Straight into that elevate plie series this time. Our bodies are warm. We're going through one last set, adding in those triceps. It's going to feel good. Find that gap between your knees, tuck the pelvis, and here we go, up for 1. And out, plie, and in. Good, elevate. Step out, plie, and in. Good. 2. Down. Down. 5. Down. 6. Down. 7. Good. 8. Keeping that hand front and back is reminding me to keep my pelvis tucked and my core nice and tight. Good. That's 10. Step wide. 11. 12. Almost there. Elevate. Tendu. Plie. Step in. Good. Last, so that was 13, here's 14. No, this is 15. And 16. Whew. All right, you know what's next. Elevate's in first position and in second position. Your calves are gonna love me tomorrow. Keep those heels together, slight bend between the knees, tuck that pelvis, pull that belly button in, lift for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Heels up. Tiny half drop for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Arms can stand up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Calves are burning. Take it right out to that second position or slightly wider. Toes and knees to the corners of the room. Slight little turn out on those feet. Tuck that pelvis, pull that belly button in. Arms come overhead to challenge the balance and lift for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold high on this last one and drop for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop down. Calves are burning, legs are burning. Straight into that arm series. One more time. Drop those shoulders, nice long neck. Elbows stay tucked in. Tuck the pelvis, pull the belly button in. Feet are in parallel, and lift for 1, 2, 3, 4. You're doing good. 5. Keep breathing. 6, 7. Those are reminders for me as much as they are for everyone else. I should also tell myself to keep counting. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Elbows come down to 90 degrees. Let's serve the platter for 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. 7, 6. Elbows are coming from hip height at that 90 degrees, straight to the shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Drop it down. Feel like there should be an added on like little effect. Like how many Amy said we were doing? 16 versus how many we actually did? 24. I don't know because sometimes I lose track of counting and I apologize. But hey, a few more reps is good for you, right? Drop those shoulders. Keep those elbows glued to the side. Palms are facing forward. We're going to do a little wide hammer curl, drawing our angel wings on. 2, 3. Good. 4, 5. Keep that pelvis tucked. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, last one. Drop it down to that 90. We're going to open those wings up to the side, extending from this 90-degree angle up to shoulder height for 1. Good. 2, 3, 4. Elbows almost tuck behind you as you come back. Keep going. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Drop it down, gently release. And we're going to move on to triceps. So triceps will be added on, well, actually it's going to be triceps and shoulder. Triceps and shoulder will be added on, and a little bit of core. Kind of working them all into one. Should be really fun, a little move there. We're going to go through that, and then we're going to go back through everything again. We'll start off with the arabesque. We'll move on to the elevate plie series. We'll go through our elevates. We'll do the arms one more time, or biceps one more time. We'll do triceps, shoulders, and core one more time, and then we will be done. All right, make your way down onto all fours on the mat in a nice tabletop position. Knees are going to go straight in alignment with those hips. Shoulders are directly, or wrists are and elbows are directly below your shoulders. We're going to tuck that pelvis, pull that belly button in, so we have a nice strong flat back, not a sway back, no booties popping here. You can use a single weight, or, if you want to tough it out today, you can use 2 weights in one hand, but we're only going to be working one arm at a time because, otherwise you're going to fall on your face. So if we're starting off left arm, put both of those weights or a single weight under the left arm. Take that right toe back. This may be as far as you go for engaging through that side ab and that core, but if you want to give yourself a challenge, you're going to take that foot and float it up for a straight tabletop. Shoulder all the way back, making a nice straight line. Toe is pointed, and we're going to keep it floating for the entirety of this set. So let's move. Row that shoulder, pull that elbow in, and go up for 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Back is flat. 3, 2. Hold high on this last one. Toe is still floating. We're not opening up that hip. We're keeping them level. Our shoulders still in line with the wrists, and we're going to extend that tricep back for 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep that core going. 5. You can drop the toe. 6, or keep it floating. 8. Good. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently release, drop it down. Whew. Give yourself a child's pose for just a second while you switch those weights to the opposite arm. I'm going to switch directions so you can still see me. And we're going back through that set with the opposite arm. So our rows coming straight up, not opening the body. Back is flat, shoulders are level with each other, just working through that arm. And then with our tricep extensions, elbow from 90 to straight. No need to bring it all the way into the shoulder and get our bicep in the mix. We stop right there. All right, toe can be pointed the entire time. And if it gets to be a little bit too much ab engagement for you, I can't be the only person out of breath right now, then you can drop that toe on down to the floor. Feel free to give that leg a rest. All right, find your nice strong tabletop. Shoulders, elbows, wrists in alignment, knees and hips in alignment. Float that right leg back. Lift it up. Get yourself centered. Find your balance. Hips aren't open. They are parallel and level. And we're going to row for 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep that toe pointed. 5, 6. Our abs are working. 7, 8. And our core is staying nice and tight as we pull that shoulder back. Flip the toe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go right into that tricep extension. You can drop the toe if you want to. Extend for 1, 2. Hips are level. 3, 4. Extend back. 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going. 7. I'm regretting doing both weights in one hand. 6, 5, 4, 3. Keep breathing. 2 and 1. Gently let those weights down. Push back to child's pose. Regret all of your life choices up to this moment. And make your way back up behind the chair for our last set through. We'll repeat those biceps or those triceps in rows on the end. And then we'll wrap up this class with maybe a little bit of core work. We'll see what time we have left on the clock. Behind the chair, feet in parallel, tuck the pelvis, pull the belly button in, take that right leg back behind you, hips stay level, and we're going to arabesque for 1, 2, knees are pointing forward, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Keep going. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold at the top. Little pulse in 1, 2. No, wait. Not little pulse. Hold at the top. Flex the foot and hamstring curl for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Parallel. 7 in those hips. 8. Keep balance. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now hold. Little pulse for 16 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7. So I'm leaning forward. Tuck that pelvis. Don't let yourself put your weight in your chair. 3, 2, 1, and drop. Whew. I was trying to get my chair to support my weight. Don't do that. Even instructors make mistakes sometimes. We all get lazy with our form. So everybody needs a reminder every once in a while. All right, back into that parallel position. Slight bend in the knees, tuck the pelvis. Left foot can come back this time. Rest those hands on the chair. They are not there for full-on support. And we're going to arabesque for 16 for 1, 2. You could even float those arms up if you wanted to. 5, 6. Keep those hips nice and level. 8. Make sure that slight bend is in your standing leg. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold here. Bend the knee, flex the foot, and 1, 2. Hamstring curl. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold in. This is where my toe starts to cramp, but we got it. Flex the foot and 1, 2, 3, 4. Slight bend in that standing leg. 8, 7. Don't let the chair be your weight. 2, 1, and drop. That's the last time you ever have to do those. You're doing great. Let's take ourselves back into center of the mat. Heels together, toes to the corners of the room. Find that first position. Slight gap between the legs. Tuck the pelvis, and we're going to go for our elevate to plie series for 16. Lift for 1. Down, out. Good. 2. Plie. Good. Make sure you're pretending you're between those 2 panes of glass that are sandwiching you. Good. 5. Plie. It's a vertical motion. All that work coming from your legs and your glutes. 7. Halfway. Arms can come up. Make sure not to hug those shoulders. Make sure to keep them nice and long. Good. 11. 12. Elevate in between. 13. Good. 14. 15. And 16. Good. All right, drop those arms. Hold them either in front of you in a nice gentle curve. Put them on your hips, hold them in prayer. Here come those heel raises. Heels together, slight gap between the knees. Tuck that pelvis, pull that belly button in, lift for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Keep going. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Slight bend in the knees. 2, 1. Hold high on that last one. A little halfway 2-inch drop for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Tuck the pelvis. 6, 5, 4. Don't lose your balance. 2, 1, and drop. Feet wide. You could have your chair in front of you for this one. I think I said that before. All right, toes out to the corners of the room. Slight bend in the knees. We don't want them locking out. Tuck the pelvis. Hold the belly button in. Reach those arms above your head and lift for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Keep going. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold high on this last one. Halfway drop for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Toes don't, heels don't touch the ground. 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop. Good. Last time you have to go through those. Well, for today, for now. Can't promise I won't make you repeat that exercise in the future. Classes, not today. Grab your weights straight into those biceps. Feet can be in parallel, but you want to keep that slight bend in the knees, that pelvis tucked. Glue those elbows to the side. Stay in that working range of motion for 1, 2, 3, 4. You're doing great. 5, 6. Muscles are getting tired. I promised you low weights, lots of rep. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it that 90 degrees. Serve the platter for 1, 2. Good. Elbows go from that 90 up to straight. 7, 8. Keep going. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch those palms to face each other. Keep those elbows in, but we're going out for a nice wide hammer curl for 1, 2, 3, 4. Check in with your pelvis and your belly button. Maybe pinch those glutes together. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Stop at 90 degrees. Serve the platter wide for 1. Good. 2. Almost pulling those elbows behind you. 4. Arms come up. Weights go to shoulder height. Tuck the pelvis and breathe. 6, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Bring them in. Weights go into one hand, and we're dropping it down onto the mat. Back through those triceps. All right, and strengthening that core by floating that leg. Weights are under the left hand, so our right foot is going to go back out. We're making a nice straight line from shoulders down to wrists and from knees and to hips. Pull that weight up, and we're going to row for 1, 2. Not using our body like it's a chainsaw or the gas lawnmower. Keeping our back straight, keeping our shoulder blades level for 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold high. Last one. We're going to go back for a tricep extension for 16 for 1, 2. Hey, I forgot to flip my leg. 3, 4. You guys should be doing that too. Hips stay level. I thought that felt really easy. Keep going. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release. Push back into that child's pose. While you switch those weights to the opposite side. This is why I need people, so they can catch me on things that I forget. I'm sure there are a lot of them. All right. Back up into all fours. This is the last time you have to do this exercise. So make it count. Make a nice straight line from shoulder down to wrist. Straight line with your knees as well. Take that left foot back. Raise it up. Don't forget this time, Amy. And here goes that row. Keeping your back level. We're not starting the lawnmower. We're focusing on those arms. 8, 7, 6. Hold that leg. 5, 4. Feel that core pull tight. 2, 1. Put that elbow back. 90-degree hinge. Leg is floating. We're going to lift back for 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep breathing. 5, 6, 7, 8. Hips are level. 7, 6. Try not to open up. Try not to lean to the side. 4. You got this. 3, 2, 1. Drop it all down. Whew. Feeling good. Last thing we're going to do is just a little bit of abs. We're not going to repeat it all through one more time. Abs are the final addition, and we're done. So make your way into a seated position. Take a few seconds to grab some water, and I will see you here seated on the mat. All right. As we sit on the mat, you want to go high up on those sits bones. We're not letting our back curve and relaxing into it. We're keeping our back nice and straight. So you almost have that same pelvic tilt or pelvic tuck that I told you to have earlier. Knees are bent and pulled in. You may hold onto the back of them for support, or you can float the arms. Sit up nice and straight and tall, still working the abs. Take that back and lower it like you're your very own recliner chair. A little bit more, until you find the place where your abs are going, okay, that's enough, that's far enough. I want you to hold it here. We're gonna take that left leg and we're gonna float it up for 1, 2, good, 3. Feel free to hold on behind your other leg. 6, 7, 8. Keep going. 7, 6, 5. Breathe. 4, 3. Keep that back strong. 2, 1. Lower it down. Let those abs relax. Come in. Hug the knees for just a second. A nice break feels good, but it is not the end of our workout. We got to repeat with that right leg. So find yourself in that strong seated position, up tall in your sits bones. Flat back, tuck the pelvis, arms come forward. Recline our chair back if you've got it. A hand is feel free to gently rest behind that leg. We're not pulling it in. And we're going to lift that right foot for 1. Good. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. 6, 7. Keep breathing. 8. Back is straight. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release. Hug those knees in. Woo! Feels really good. Okay. We are going to finish up one more time through. Not the whole thing. One more time through. Going with the right and that left leg sit. Or if you really want to challenge yourself, you can go for both. Good. All right. I don't know if I want to do both. I think we're just going to stick with a single leg. Find yourself tall in the sits bones. Flatten that back. Recline our chair back. Lift or float those arms, and we're going to lift left for 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 5. Just bringing that knee up. 6, 7, 8. Feel free to support yourself for 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep it nice, strong back. 3, 2, 1. Gently release. Put those feet back up. Last exercise you have to do, and then we're stretching out, and you will be done with a great workout for today that was good for your whole body, heart, muscles, all of that, lungs, panting like I am. All right. Find that tall seated on your sits bones positions. Arms can come forward or one can rest and support you, but we're going to recline our chair back and lift for 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 7, 6, float. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently release. Since our feet are already together, put the palms of your feet together, drop those knees to the side, And feel free to use your elbows to help you rock from side to side. Stretching through those hips and giving yourself a little massage along the way. Gently stretch and breathe here. Roll your head from side to side. Make sure those shoulders, though, aren't hunched to your ears. You're keeping that neck nice and long. Gently bring the knees together. Stretch that left leg out. Right leg is going to cross over the left. We are not resting ankle against knee joint. No, no, no. We're going to pull that ankle up so that it's resting against your muscle and protecting those joints. Then we're going to hug knee with opposite arm and twist. Feeling a nice stretch through that outer thigh. Gently release. Uncross the legs. Left can cross over right. Again, make sure that you're not resting joint on joint. Hug that elbow into that knee and twist. Breathe. Gently release. Stretch those legs out in front of you. Sit up tall in your sits bones. Inhale up. Exhale, reach for those toes. Stretching through the backs of the legs. If you're not at your toes, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, reach just a little inch further. Walk those hands back up. Feet can come in to wherever you're comfortable, seated or bent. We'll stretch out our arms and our shoulders for a second. Arms are going to come out wide like a cactus. Let's bring that right arm forward. Let's take that left arm and we're going to wrap it under and use it to pull on that shoulder. Good. If you want, you can try and get those hands to touch and grasp through. Elbows stay up, they don't drop down. Good, gently release. Take those arms wide like a cactus. Bring that arm in. You can gently just go here and find enough stretch for your shoulder there. Or if you had it in you, wrap those arms around each other, reach for the hand. Keep those elbows high for a little eagle arm. Gently stretch through. Elbows stay high, hands can reach away. But if this is enough for you, you can stay right here. Gently release. Through those shoulders. Take that arm straight up above the head. Drop it down. Try and scratch that spot in the middle of your back that you can never reach. Make sure that you're not hugging that armpit to your ear. Drop it down. Gently reach up and opposite side. Good. Gently drop those arms, let them go. Roll those shoulders forward for 4, 3, 2, 1, and back for 4, 3, 2, 1. And you are all done with your bar workout for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this opportunity to exercise and check in with your body, and I really enjoyed checking in with you. Thank you. That was a really cheesy ending. You could probably